Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk. I'm Heidi Smith. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the United Kingdom. And today I thought we'd play with the lovely Kindest Gnomes suite of products. And it was really when I was making this card the other day, which is one of my fun folds that you can see here, that I thought I wanted a little package to go with it. So I came up with this. It's a very simple little package. You can see I've used one of our labels, punches for the label, and yeah, it just uses the lovely ribbon that comes with the Kindest Gnomes suite. Some of the DSP, and it's only a little piece. It's kind of about 2 3/4 inches by about 4 inches ish, and I've actually designed this so that you can get 2 out of a piece of A4 cardstock. The measurements will vary slightly. It'll be slightly shorter if you're using US cardstock, so if you want to get 2 out, but out of Imperial, in international A4, you can get 2 quite easily. So just a bit of simple scoring, a little bit of twine on the top there, and let's get started. So, Kindest Gnomes, as you can see here, 4 different gnomes, little house, sentiments. These are quite nice. They're quite easy to fussy cut if you didn't want the dies. You can see here the dies, cut out those, and they also cut out the pieces to make a fun little gnome character as well, which I haven't got one to hand, but I'll show you one another time. Anyway, right, where are we? Let's get on with the project. So I used Balmy Blue for the other one, and I thought this time I would still use Balmy Blue, but I'd use it with this lovely DSP here. I love the snowflakes on this. I thought it was really versatile and looks lovely with just the plain Balmy Blue. So you're going to need a piece of DSP, half a sheet of A4 cardstock, and a couple of scraps of basic white and Balmy Blue, a bit of ribbon that you can see here, and a bit of baker's twine that I've got here. Okay, so first things first, then we're going to do a bit of stamping, and I'm actually going to use the Trio punch. Now, I avoided buying this for a long time, but I succumbed in the end. And what I've done is I've got a piece of cardstock that's about 1 3/4 in length, and I'm just popping that in with the little, you can hopefully see, there you go, if I tilt it, this cuts the little slot. So you just want to pop that in the middle, and there is a line on the front of this punch to help line it up. I'm also using these 2 bits either side here that help me line it up as I look down. And I'm just kind of eyeballing it and punching. And once I've done that, I'm going to take my little character stamp and just some Balmy Blue ink, and just ink that up, and quite simply just come into the centre and stamped. I've then grabbed one of my little blocks, and I'm just going to pop a bit of ink onto that. And you'll want a blender pen. And all I'm going to do is just come in and add a little colour around using the blender pen. So it just adds a little more interest without spending ages colouring. And then just add a little bit more. So it's kind of tone on tone effect. As simple as that. And then this is the lasting label punch. And with this, I'm just going to grab a post-it note, and I'm just going to feed that in. And what I'm going to do is line up where that little slot is at the top of my label, and simply punch. I'm then going to do exactly the same with my scrap of Balmy Blue. At least I hope it's big enough, actually, looking at it now. Maybe it isn't. We'll see. Let's have a look. There we go. It is. And in fact, what I should have done is punch that first. but I haven't. So guess what? Let's see if we can manage to line it up and punch it once we've punched the shape. Always good for a bit of crafting on the fly, you know me. So I'm going to pop that in. And yep, actually I'm managing to line that up quite easily. I'm using these two little slots. So I'm putting it in, make sure it's quite square, holding it gently. And actually that's worked quite well. There we go. In fact, it's worked better because I've actually got a little bit of a layer on the top there. So I'm going to pop that to one side. That means you've got a nice little label ready for the front of your box. The piece of DSP is 6.5 by 11 centimetres. So this is already 11, so I'm just going to trim that down to 6.5. And I'm doing that first because we're going to want to punch that with the DSP in place. So your cardstock is 21 centimetres by 14.5. I will do the measurements in inches for both US and UK cardstock and pop that in the description box below my video. So if you have a look underneath the video, it'll be around about this bottom right corner. You'll see a little V, kind of a shallow V. If you click on that, you'll get the full description, and then you'll be able to see all the information in there, and that includes links to my YouTube and Instagram and all of those kind of things. You're going to want to score this short edge at 3 centimetres. Like so. And then on the long, we're going to score at, moving anything inky out of the way, at first of all at 1 centimetre, then at 8, then at 9.5, but not all the way. So I'm just going to come down to within a centimetre-ish of the bottom there. At 11 centimetres all the way down. At 18 centimetres all the way down. And then at 19.5 centimetres, again from about 1.5 centimetre-ish up. Okay, it doesn't have to be precise. And it's as simple as that. It's a really simple scoring. We're then going to come in and add our DSP onto the front section. Now, what do I mean by the front section? So the front section is going to be this main panel here. It doesn't really matter if you end up with it on the other one, but I prefer it on this one because you get you don't see the seam, because that'll be at the back. So just add that with a little bit of adhesive. Like so. And then we're going to use this slot again, as you can see, and it does fit in nice and straight. And what I'm doing is I'm using the score lines and just eyeballing those against these two little stoppers that we're using. Press down nice and firmly and square. So again, the same on the back one, holding the card and then press down firmly. So you'll see, you cut your two little slots. Then you're going to come in and you are going to, on the bottom, just notch out those two small flaps, like so. And cut square there. Just cut a slight angle. What I haven't done is reinforce those in my bone folder. And you're just reinforcing those score lines, which are those ones that go top to bottom. Okay, then across the bottom. Like so. And then depends on which is your preferred glue. For this, I'm going to use Seal Plus. Now, rather than try and put it on that narrow tab, I'm going to come down on this outer edge here. And I'm just going to go all the way down and lift that at the end. Now, if you get any bits overhanging, you just pull them in with your finger and then you fold it up. Like so. So there we go. So there's your basic box. Fold the ends in, and you want to fold the flap that's next to your DSP from the front. Now this is a perfect little gift box. You could use it as a table favour with some chocolates in, a bit of jewellery, and then if you just press on those score lines at the side, they will naturally come together. And all you're going to do now is pop your ribbon through. Obviously pop your gift in first. Pop that through all 4 layers, so through the balmy blue, and again, this is me being really frugal with my ribbon, so I'm using all of about 4 or 5 inches maybe, and I will sort of trim it down a little bit. So just snip that off at an angle, and then with your baker's twine, which having had out, I've now put down, just cut a short length of that. Now what I find the easiest way to do this is to make your loop, pop that through once and then through a second time. I think they call that a surgeon's knot. But what you're going to do is pop that over both of your loops and then pull that close. And putting that extra twist in just means that it tends to hold in place once you've actually pulled it tight. Then just tie a little bow, even that out, and then to get it to close fully, if you just pull those apart slightly, that'll pull it down. You can then spread those and trim the ends. And there we have a cute little Kindest Gnomes gift box, quick and easy, and you could make lots of these and have them ready. But you can imagine you were doing sort of Christmas table favours. You could pop, instead of a cracker, you could have a hat and a joke. You could pop a chocolate in there. You could vary these and make them for other occasions as well, wedding favours, anything else. Quick and easy, 2 from a sheet of A4 and little scraps of DSP. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel, and if you're able to select me as your demonstrator when you check out, I'd really appreciate it, so I can send you a thank you gift in the mail. Thanks for watching. Bye now.